What is happening, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about why 99% of service-based business owners here in Sussex fail at generating leads through their social media. By the end of this video, you will learn exactly how to consistently attract and acquire new clients, how you can dominate in your area and separate your business from the rest. So grab a coffee, grab some popcorn and enjoy. Most service-based businesses aren't struggling because they're bad at what they do. They're struggling because no one knows who the fuck they are. Now, you might deliver the best service, but if your online presence is dead, you're invisible. And let's be honest, like making content that actually drives sales feels like a mystery. You might already be trying to post yourself, guessing what you need to be doing. You may have even paid a videographer before, but from that new content you might have produced with them, you probably found there was little to no engagement and no new sales were made. Meanwhile, other businesses with half your skill or provide nowhere near as good a service as you deliver are pulling in leads like clockwork. If you know your business should be growing faster, the real problem is you're probably using outdated marketing strategies. Websites used to be a nice idea, but barely anyone uses them now. Like, they're checking your social media profiles. People are not reading your cold emails, and even if they do, they don't know you and they don't trust you. Waiting on referrals is also not a strategy. The second that you stop delivering your service, they dry up, which is no good for anyone. We want to be on the offensive, creating content, not waiting for it. And probably the worst of all, in my opinion, would be going to networking events. Like, fucking hell, keep doing it if you want. I don't know about you. I do not want to be wasting my time having awkward conversations with randomers who are not even my ideal client. Like, I would rather go on my phone, hit thousands of right people without leaving my house. To add to that, Instagram has around 33 million users across the UK. So obviously that in itself is a massive statistic. And of those users, 66% of them log into the app daily, whilst almost all of the other users are active at least once a week, with the average daily user from each person around 24 minutes. Like, the truth is, your perfect clients are scrolling on Instagram at this exact second. Like, you might not think they are, but they are on Instagram and they are buying from your competitors because they do not know that you exist. This is because you are not utilizing Instagram in the right way to get in front of these people. Now, what is crazy about all this is that Instagram is probably what got you on this video. You probably came in as a follower, we had a quick chat, and now you're here. Like, this is the exact same thing that we will be able to implement for your business to bring you local leads every single day, and you can build that brand where people see you as the go-to option in your industry. People buy from people they trust, and the fastest way to build that trust with a stranger is through Instagram. Like, the fact that all of your competitors are still prioritizing Google and other websites means that this is the perfect time to come on Instagram and dominate your competition. Like, if you think about what happened to Instagram a few years ago, a lot of people rejected it at first and they assumed it was another trend. But those people ended up trying to keep up with everyone else that just migrated onto the platform straight away and were with the times. Like, those people that went across first absolutely dominated as they had the advantage over those other people that were still focusing on outdated marketing strategies. Like, this whole thing isn't about doing more of the same. It's about building you a system that runs 24/7 without you stressing over what to post. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So firstly, who am I? Why are you listening? Why should you even give a shit? My name is Lloyd. I founded and scaled Hunt Visuals, which is the business that I run today. At 22, I'd taken the business to 6 figures, built a team of 3, created over 4,000 pieces of content for clients and myself, personally produced for over 150 clients, worked with some amazing businesses like David Lloyd, Vested, and some of the other top industry leaders, as well as working with other creatives on shoots with the likes of Gymshark, Total Fitness and McLaren. I've also invested over £40,000 in education into improving the service that I deliver for my clients. But during this time, whilst I absolutely loved producing, deep down, not having the knowledge or skill to be able to consistently deliver amazing results and reliably make a shitload more money for my clients was killing me. Like, some of them smashed it, hundreds of leads, viral content, loads of new sales, but for others, there was nothing. Like, it was the same camera. I was literally using the same camera, doing the same edits, same amount of effort, but there was no traction at all. And that literally was like eating me up inside. Not as a creative, but as someone who gives a fuck about the people that I work with. Like, there were times that I spoke to my coach Dan, like so many times I spoke to my coach Dan, and search him up on Instagram, Dan Morgan, top guy, and seriously considered sacking off the business completely. Like, it wasn't because I couldn't deliver, and it wasn't because I wasn't putting the effort in myself, but it was because it just wasn't working the way that I knew it could. That moment forced me to get obsessed with the business side. The ads, the strategy, the structure, and the simplicity. And now that is exactly what I build for every single client I work with the aim of helping service-based business owners across Sussex look like the only option in their area, using a proven content system specifically designed for growth. This is the exact system that these guys use to achieve some sick results. Like Leon, a high performance coach, he came to me struggling with knowing what he was needing to be doing in order to create content to attract his ideal clients. After implementing our strategy and creating just one of these ads, he got 500,000 views, hundreds of new sales, and even had to build a new app to handle the demand. As well as the boys, Connor and Alex, who own a small group personal training gym in Worthing. They're actually my friends, but they implemented our strategy and generated over 200 leads and £55,000 in new yearly revenue from just one campaign when they launched their gym. As well as Jack, who managed to position himself as a leader in his industry, quadruple his prices, and still has a stream of high quality clients waiting to work with him. Brad, who increased his client base by over 35%, he saves tens of hours every single month where we create content together. And he used to create this content in his kitchen on his iPhone. So yeah, those days are long gone. Lastly, Diana. She wanted to take her business to the next level, but did not have a clue what she was doing, didn't have a clear strategy of how to do so. So we implemented this method and she grew from 11 students to over 200 sign-ups in 9 months. Her classes were overbooked and she went from operating the business solo to running a team of 6. Now, I'm not speaking about these to show off. I just need you to see how powerful this system is when it's actually put into play in the real world and how it could work for you too. And on a side note, if you do not believe me, feel free to reach out to them and ask them yourselves. Like, that is no problem at all. So anyway, at this point, I stopped being just a videographer and became a growth partner to the business owners I work with. And the truth is, most businesses are stuck in one of two spots. They're either doing everything themselves or they're throwing darts at a board with a blindfold on, like posting randomly, no strategy, no plan, and neither works, neither scales. So this is what we do instead. We use a system called the content engine. This flywheel system brings our clients new customers on autopilot 24/7 and at the same time makes them look like a leader in their area and their industry, giving them a way to scale their business without burning out trying to do it all themselves. This system is made up of 4 key stages. Across these stages, we have the aim of taking a potential client through different levels of development. So the first part is getting them to become a follower through our lead capture stage. Once they're a follower and they go through our nurture protocol, they will become an engaged lead. After that, we implement our strike operation where that engaged lead then becomes a customer. And finally, once that customer has experienced our service, we implement the results reload. This is where they then become a testimonial or a case study, and we take that result, feed it back into the lead capture stage and repeat the cycle. The best thing about a flywheel, unlike a funnel, which you've probably heard of, is that it never stops. Like, the problem with a funnel is that once someone drops out or even becomes a customer, that is the end of the process. Like, there's no momentum and there's no compounding effect. But a flywheel, it keeps spinning. Like, it takes every new result, every win and every happy client and feeds that back into the start of the system through content, retargeting and proof. So like, instead of constantly needing to restart your marketing, your business becomes a self-sustaining engine that just gets faster and more effective over time. And the more people that go through it, the more trust you build. But before I walk you through each part in detail, I just want to clarify some thoughts that you might be thinking. I've tried ads before and they didn't work. I haven't got time to be posting every day. And is this just another agency trying to sell me some expensive service with 0 results? And honestly, I get it. Like, I thought the exact same things too. And that is why I built this system the way I did, to remove all of the stress, all of the guesswork and the wasted money. Like, you're not signing up to become a full-time content creator. Like, you're plugging into a system that does the heavy lifting for you. And it is built for local service-based business owners like you, not influencers chasing the latest trends to beat the fucking algorithm. Cool. So let me break this down in terms of a timeline perspective, so you can see what it looks like. In the first stage, we run simple, low-cost Instagram ads that build targeted visibility in your local area. And again, to be super clear, you may have run ads before or know someone who did, and they might not have worked. But the problem is that most people just run them incorrectly. Like, they're either boosting the posts or targeting half the UK. Like, what we do is completely different. We run high converting local ads that put your business in front of your ideal customers and get them to follow your profile. Like, these are people that live near you, people that are ready to buy from you, and we send them literally straight to your profile. In the second stage, once they become a follower and we've got eyeballs on your page, we obviously then want them to become a buyer. So the way that we do this is by nurturing them with different types of video content, as well as Instagram stories and retargeting ads, which I will get into a little bit later on. But this part is really where our content engine kicks in. Like, consistent content and the act of nurturing this person over time through your content and stories, as well as your retargeting ads, means you will stop getting ghosted. You'll stop chasing leads. People will come to you pre-sold because they've already been watching you for like weeks or months. Like, this is the whole point of this step. We do not need you to be world famous. We're just trying to build more trust at scale without the stress. Like, you're becoming, if anything, you're becoming more of a local celebrity in your area, where people associate you, your business and your brand with being the number one option. Alongside this, we will optimize your account setup and make it look like it belongs to a premium business, which will involve revamping your grid to feel professional, setting up your bio and your pin post to convert, organizing your best clips into story highlights, and setting the whole thing up so that new visitors instantly get what you do and why it matters and why they need it. So this way, when leads land on your page, they will browse, they'll trust, and they'll take the next step. So during this time, they will have seen the content, they will have seen the stories, the retargeting ads, and they will have become an engaged lead, as you will have built that trust and familiarity with them. But awareness on its own does not make you money. And this is where our sales during the strike operation comes in. This system is designed to turn attention into action. This is where we initiate conversations, qualify interest, and push the potential customer towards a clear buying decision without sounding like a desperate, wanky salesman. Like, actually having care and conviction in the fact that you're trying to help this person and work out what's the best option for them is key. And I have and will give you all of the scripts, all of the systems and all of the frameworks in order to turn these views into booked appointments, calls or meetings. Like, you will no longer be waiting for leads to magically convert. You'll be triggering them through a proven system. Once this person has become a customer, and usually at this stage, this is where most businesses will finish up and they will go back to square one again. That is not what we're going to do now. Once you've delivered the service and you've gained a happy customer, we will turn that win and those results into firepower in the form of testimonials. During that time, we'll have documented the process, we've got the result, and we will stack up all of the marketing assets that we can then use. Earlier, when I mentioned those retargeting ads in the second stage that we would use in your content when it comes to nurturing your followers, these testimonials are exactly what we're going to use. Like, think of it as collecting ammo and using the results to refill your engine full of fuel again. This is where most businesses fall off. They do the work, but they do not use it to grow. Like, with reloading these results back into the top, we will make sure your content engine does not run dry. Every client will become your next ad. Every testimonial becomes your next conversion tool, and it will create a self-sustaining loop where doing great work actually drives more sales. So to break it all down again, we capture the lead using ads, we nurture the relationship using content, we'll strike the sale using our frameworks, and then we will reload the results back into the engine, and the whole thing will run on autopilot 24/7. The mistake I made for 2.5 years was thinking content alone was enough, and it isn't. Content is just one cog in the machine. Without traffic, no one sees it. Without positioning, it does not build trust. And without sales support, it doesn't convert. This whole thing came from the thorn in my side of the fact that I was making sick content, but I could not guarantee it would make anything for my clients. Like, amazing content does not pay the bills. And when your clients pay you, they do not care how cool your edits look. Like, they care about the results. Nice looking content without a flywheel like this will not get you there. This system fixes that by making sure every part of your content flywheel is doing its job. The ads will bring in the traffic, the content will build the trust, and the profile will convert that attention into action, like traffic, trust, transaction. That is how you will turn attention into clients. This system works because it does all three. Every client that I work with gets a system they understand, a profile that feels like a secret weapon, content that creates demand, and the back-end tools to close the deal. Like, nice looking content might help with your brand perception, but it'll also it'll make you look like a leader in your industry. But ask any business owner, would you rather have 20 videos that look cool or one video that brings in 10 clients? Like, it's a no-brainer. Now, we still need you to provide an excellent service to your clients for all of this to work, but implementing this system is finally going to start moving your business forward in the right direction. But let me be real for a second. Your competition are not thinking about doing this. Like, they are already doing it. They have got content going out. They're probably running the ads and they're showing up every day. So every time you put this off, you're leaving attention, leads, and money on the table. Like, you are not only falling behind, you're handing your audience over to someone else. Like, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because you need to see the gap you're falling into before it's too late. Because if you wait another 6 months to sort this out, you'll be stuck where you are now, watching others win while you still rely on referrals. Like, we need to get you back in front ASAP. And just so we're clear, this isn't about filming a few nice videos. We will give you a full plug and play system so you can show up, do what you do best, and we would handle everything else. Because you do not need more tasks. Like, you need a system that actually converts, one that gets attention, builds trust, and turns followers into buyers consistently. So what now? If you're still watching this, you probably resonate with some or all of the things I've been speaking about, like relying on referrals, watching your competition pull ahead, and not knowing what to do in order to attract and sign new clients into your business. Like, you know you've got the results, you know you deliver the service, we just need your online presence to reflect that. So I'm offering a completely free 20-minute strategy call where I'll audit your Instagram, I'll audit your content, I'll map out your flywheel, and I'll show you what is possible for your business. If it then makes sense for us to work together, I will take you through how we can launch your system this month. And if not, you will still walk away clearer than before. So if you are interested, I'll include the link below this video to book in, or feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram as I'll tag that below as well. Either way, you've got the knowledge now. It is just time to build the system. I hope you got some value from this video, and I will see you in the next one.